All right, this is our November 20th, 2023. How's it going, Patriots? Getting dark out early. I don't know what we're gonna do about that, but we'll put that watermark up there. How you doing, Patriots? Good to see you all. Got some J6 updates and news and chat. And let's talk about some willful ignorance. How about that, man? Last night at the Freedom Corner, man, Nikki was talking about some willful ignorance by some people in D.C. Docs and Grandma, I love you. You're in here the first time every time. I love it. I love it. Hey, Jane Febo, how are you? All right, Sylvia's out hunting and camping. You never stop, Sylvia. That's awesome. Hi, Deb Vi. How are you? Sunkist, good to see you, man. Sylvia, I finally got to watch some of the parade video from Branson. It's awesome. It's awesome stuff. It's getting dark out early. I don't know how to find cool places to set up anymore, but we'll go with this. Here's where I'm at today. Sorry about all the jiggling around and stuff. Gotta have some light here. Yeah, I just stopped up at the post office box and there was a bunch of letters waiting for me. I didn't get to look at them yet, though. I'm getting ready to do that. I'm visiting a friend here to get some advice. Wow. Yeah, I wish I was at hunting camp. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. Are they blurring faces in the videos? I saw a bunch of great videos this morning, man. I mean, it feels like everything's coming out with the J6 thing. Everything we've been saying the whole time is it's coming out right now. And here's what we got to talk about also, is how to deliver this message to a bunch of people that are never going to give you any credit for anything. They're never going to admit they were stupid. And we gotta usher them along and just get what we know we need to get done. And what we need to get done is get the elections fixed, get Donald Trump back in office, and get those J6ers out of jail. For crying out loud, man. The same thing we've been screaming about for over a year, man. Everyone's about to find out we were right. Nobody's going to give you credit for it, but that's all right. Hey, Annette Park. Hello, hello. Hi, Cindy. All right, it's good to see you all in here. Carol Burton. Hello. I haven't seen any videos with blurred out faces yet. Is that something they just started doing today? All right, yeah, K. Harris, how are you? Got to see me live. Maybe the notification bells are starting to work. Some of my YouTube numbers finally started going up too, so I don't know, maybe something's changed, that's for sure. Hi, Carol Burton. All right, so let's get into it. We don't, time's limited here. All right, need some light. It's getting so dark out early, man. Freedom Corner last night was awesome. There was a lot of Patriots there. There was like 20 people there last night. Lots of visitors. And today they were all there to go into courtrooms and stuff and stand up with our J6ers in the courtrooms. And that is some huge support. Another person that was there, we finally got to see Jennifer Cortez, who runs the site for Jeremy Brown down in Florida. Jeremy Brown's got his own Rumble page, his own website and everything. And Jennifer Cortez has been doing, I think, pretty much daily phone calls with Jeremy Brown from down in Florida. It's an awesome channel to check out. I think it's only on Rumble, though. And it's 8 to 9 o'clock on Rumble. And then on Spotify, Jennifer Cortez says that she has a a show called Fusion Cell, and I haven't gotten to look that up yet, man. Haven't gotten to look that up. So it was great to see all the Patriots down at Freedom Corner, a bunch of people traveling in from out of town to visit and stand up for Gabriel in court today. And Helena leading the charge. Way to go, Helena. We love you. You've been there from day one on this whole J6 battle, Helena. And the Patriots that we got involved down there are awesome. You guys are doing a fantastic job. We got a phone call from Chris Quaglin, and we got a phone call. So that means the phones were back up and running. Everything was great, man. We got a bunch of phone calls last night there. Chris Quaglin was talking about j6evidence.com, and that's where the 4,000 hours of videos have been, but a lot of the J6ers have not gotten access to that. And I don't know how you can defend yourself if you can't have access to the evidence that would exonerate you. But that's what they're doing in D.C. Teams of FBI agents prosecuting J6ers. They got armies of FBI people out there to prosecute the guys that are busted already and looking for new ones. And they're still arresting people. And I hope the whole country is going to see these videos now, finally, maybe even on mainstream media. But this is where we got to jump in right now, Patriots. We know what's going on. We know it's right before Thanksgiving. All these family members that have been, just cutting us out of the family because of what we believe on J6 and the election and stuff are about to see a lot of evidence that proves them wrong. But it doesn't matter. We don't got to make them understand that they were wrong. We just got to make them understand, all right? It's easier just to make them correct themselves than to understand that they have been wrong for this long time, man. The courts have been, Chris Quaglin's phone call, the courts have been preventing the presentation of evidence. If you're a J6er, you go to present a piece of evidence that you think is important, and the judge just says you can't. I don't know how that works. I don't know. I'm having a hard time reading my own handwriting here. I was so excited, man, reading all that stuff, and at Freedom Corner last night. Mickey was talking with Chris Quaglin about that. There is actually a judge in the D.C. court that is trying J6 court trials that thinks only one Trump supporter died that day, and that many cops died on January 6th. I don't know how you get many cops. They told us Brian Sicknick died on that day, which was a lie, but there wasn't a story about many cops dying that day. Yet there is a judge in D.C. in a federal court trying J6ers that still believes that. It should be outrageous, man. That should be a call to action right now. Get that guy's name, man. Boebert was out known to say, like, the J6 issue was a political football that nobody wanted to touch. Democrats for sure, but Republicans also. And I agree. Our Republicans have totally dropped the ball on the J6 issue. Call them up and get them on the bandwagon. Tell them to try not to insult them, even though, and pray for stupid people. That's basically it. And a lot of them are judges and representatives, man. The evidence is out now. When Chris Quaglin was in front of that police line, that somebody pushed him into the police, and the cop that he got pushed into and the other cop standing next to him just immediately went into beat down mode. And I guess nobody saw the fact that Chris Quaglin was pushed into the police line. And that's what happened. That's the videos that are out now. The gig is up, man. The jig is up. Chris Quaglin got pushed into the police, and the police unloaded on everybody that was standing around them, man. Police overreacted. And it's a fact that the guy who pushed him into him was a dude named Copeland, who was a known Antifa member. Fact. That's a fact. Many police assaults will be revealed. They have not been putting that video out for the last 2.5, 3 years here. And all that video is also inaccessible. Let's see, call your TV stations or something to get it out there. Get it out there. Shane Woods called in. He's leaving in the morning. And we haven't heard from Shane Woods a lot, but man, he's a great guy. I know he's had trouble in his life, but he was standing up for us on J6. Since he's been in jail, his family's been broken up, his wife left him, but he's got to admit that the guy his wife is with is not a bad guy, and his children are hopefully being taken care of, divine providence style, even though Shane Woods can't be there. But he is worried about getting Christmas presents for his kids. And we do have, on the Patriot Mail Project, an organization that's collecting money so that we can get the J6ers, prisoners, families, kids, some Christmas presents and stuff this season. Let's see. Shane Woods mentioned also that the other pods didn't have phones also. So whatever it was that the problem was why we didn't have phone calls out of there for, I think, 2 days was prison-wide. I know it's very, very complicated to keep phones operating, and today, in 2023, and the jail has a lot of problems with that, but it was a prison-wide problem. It may not have been specifically directed at the J6ers. Hey there, Stua. How are you? All right. We've got some action there. So it was really good to hear from Shane Woods. We're probably not going to hear from him again for a long time. He had his temperature taken. He's about to be moved out of the prison. And I forgot to write what his sentence was, but he got way too much time for what he was charged with, for sure. And Deb for Freedom's got a short out already, cleaned up sound, well done video on Shane Woods' phone call. Deb for Freedom also has a video out on the next phone call, which was from James Grant. And he was all excited about the new J6ers video coming out, the release of the Capitol security footage. James Grant apparently was very involved with Ray Epps at the front of the line there. And when he wanted to bring Ray Epps up in his trial, that James was in James's trial, he was dismissed. Ray Epps was not allowed to be discussed at James Grant's trial, man. And James Grant was a guy who, when he went to court, he got all these charges and stuff, but when he went to court, okay, Debt for Freedom says Shane has been sentenced to 4.5 years. 4.5 years. These sentences are outrageous, and we've known this for a long time, but the rest of America is about to find out about this, so let's help it along, all right? Let's stay focused, patriots, on what our job is now. And that is to explain things at Thanksgiving dinner without beating people over the head with it, I think. But at this point, man, they've been plugging their ears all along when we were telling them about this stuff. But right now, I believe they're going to have to cover their eyes also to literally hide their head in the sand, to not know what actually went on January 6th. All right, here we got a link for Deb for Freedom. God bless you, Deb for Freedom. You are doing some outstanding work with the video shorts from the phone calls and the information coming out of the gulag from our J6 prisoners here. James Grant was very excited about the videos coming out from the security footage. Oh, he had a trial where he was placed with 5 other defendants that he has no idea who they are. They never met before. And all of a sudden, you're supposed to represent yourself with 5 other people that you don't know. You don't even know who they are, what they're charged with. But apparently, they were all involved in the same event of shaking a fence or lifting a bike rack up or something like that. So they that's how they do it, man. None of the defendants knew each other. There is a willful ignorance of some of the judges when it comes to this J6 information, man. James Grant literally said that Ray Epps punched him in the face, okay? So there's no charges yet with any of this stuff between Ray Epps and James Grant, but Ray Epps literally punched him in the face, says he nearly knocked him out. James says he nearly got knocked out by Ray Epps, man. So there's a lot going on there with James Grant and Ray Epps, and I hope potential appeals for all 5 of the defendants involved there, because this is not something that requires years in jail to correct. I mean, if there was some type of rowdiness going on there, it's not 4.5 years in jail. At the end of the night, Jeff Sable called in. We haven't heard from Jeff in a while. And he had this website that he says all the J6 footage is on, but it is an extremely long address. And I don't know, Silly, if you got the link for that. I kept writing and writing, and I had to go back to another line and another line and another line to finish this address. I've never seen any address this long, but I don't know if this is how they're trying to hide it. My guess is you can go to stophate.com. I think Mickey said was consolidating the access to the J6 footage, and you can go to stophate.com or Speaker Mike Johnson's website. If you go to Speaker Mike Johnson's website, you can get access to this information, the videos, or stophate.com. And let's give it up for Mike Johnson, man. Kevin McCarthy, you suck. You were in there for 9 months. You promised us that you were going to release this stuff, and you didn't. And that is why you were ejected by We the People, because We the People made all these phone calls, and we made sure that you got out of there for breaking your promise. Mike Johnson, God bless you. Within 30 days, you had this information out, which just proves that Kevin McCarthy was stalling this and stonewalling it, and he wasn't going to release the video footage, man. So God bless you, Mike Johnson. God bless you, man. Jeff Sable was on after we sang the national anthem. Had a great national anthem last night. Had a lot of Patriots there. It was good. It was very good. Shane Woods got on the phone while Jeff Sable was talking too, and he was just so appreciative of the people that are standing up at Freedom Corner. That and the way he worded it was he said, "Hey, Patriots, we all got a limited time on Earth, and thank you for spending it on the J6ers, all right?" And I think that is the least we can do. We are driven, Patriots. We are driven to rectify this problem that has occurred with our government. These tyrants that are in government that have thrown all these people in jail for standing up for their First Amendment rights, exaggerating all the charges against them, stacking on charges for people that wouldn't just plea bargain out and deny their ability for an appeal. And God bless the men who did stand up and ladies who stood up and took this to trial. I mean, they are paying the price right now. But I think all these are going to get overturned on appeals, if not pardoned. If not pardoned, man. Richard Harris was a guy that we have, I don't think, ever heard from before, but he is also getting ready to leave. He had his temperature taken, I believe, and he got on the phone, and he just had about 3 sentences, and he just said, "These are the greatest men I have ever met." These guys that he's in prison with, he's saying this about them. These are the greatest men he has ever met. And I got to admit, these are some of the greatest men I've ever met. I've never met them, but we know them from being in the jail. We know what they did to get there. We know what they're standing up against. And these guys are heroes. These guys are legitimate heroes. Jeff Sable also put a call out they heard that there's another J6ers named Frank Quistino, and they feel that he is somewhere in the gulag, but he has not been put into the pod with the J6ers. So that would be a call to the prison for you folks that do the coffee and calls in the morning. Let's find out where Frank Quistino, Guistino, is. He is a J6er that is on our list on the roll call. And apparently he is in the gulag, but he's not in the pod. And they got rules about this stuff, man. You can't put two gang members from opposite gangs in the same pod. So there is a rule about these J6ers are supposed to be in the J6er pod. So if we can get to the bottom of that, I'll watch Freedom Corner tonight and see what's up with that, but I hope something changed. Okay, in world news, how's the chat going here? What am I going to crack up on, Carol? We got the Big Johnson. I'm calling him MAGA Johnson. The dude is awesome. He's a constitutional attorney. He is the second poorest member of the House of Representatives. He is not controlled by big money. He's been a House of Representative for 7 years. He's from Louisiana. I love this Mike Johnson guy. Never heard of him before. Never heard of him, who he was before, but the dude is coming through. Yeah, right. So J6ers can't be with them. And so yeah, it was a great night at Freedom Corner. God bless you Patriots down there putting up with the putrid city of D.C. Here we got the Stop Hate website. This is a great website, man. The people involved with this are dedicated, and there is a lot of good information on that website. So there is, all these videos are coming out, and I don't know, chat, if you're finding these videos somewhere, go ahead and throw them in the chat here so others can share with it. I found a bunch of them on a Rumble channel called MJ Truth. It's a great news site there. They do really great reporting on things every day, and they had, I don't know, maybe 10 new Capitol security footage videos that are, they will drop your jaw when you see what was going on in the Capitol. What we knew all along was going on in the Capitol. All right, and then they were talking about Lara Logan, too, how excellent of a reporter she is. Actually, Jeremy Brown was talking about that out of the Lewisburg vigil, how good she is, and that she uses very good interrogation techniques when she's talking to the people she's questioning. And she gets good answers out of people. And anything from Lara Logan is worthy of watching. I would say anything from MJ Truth is worthy of watching. There's more and more of the, I don't know what to call them, but I don't know, the squishy right-winger channels, where they were saying get the vaccine way back in the day, but then they're talking about J6 and election fraud. But we got to really filter on who we're getting our news from. Who is telling us the truth? Because you can find anybody telling you anything out there on the web. So we got to really watch the information that we're getting off of the internet, how valid it is. I highly recommend going to MJ Truth. There's a ton of other channels. We got M5 News on Rumble. He's been putting stuff out. Yeah, Three Birdies, you're sick. You're sick. I'm sick of that guy, whoever he is. I'm I'm a worker guy. I got a yellow vest on. That's all we know. Hey, small water guy, good to see you, man. I got a small water. I got a yellow vest and one of these metal notebooks, man. It goes a long way. It gets me. It works for me. All right, Patriots. So you're all up on Mike Johnson. He's a Christian man. One of the first things he did when he got the Speaker of the House thing was he prayed. He prayed with the whole House. Yeah, silly, thank you. Done with Birdie. Done with Birdie. All right, so there is another really awesome thing happening in the world right now. Down in Argentina, a guy named Javier Milei has won the presidential election by somewhat of a landslide. I think he had 57 or 58% of the vote against his socialistic counterpart that was running against him. And this guy, Tucker Carlson, just did an interview with this guy, and it was done with translators and stuff because he doesn't speak English. But this guy, I mean, they're calling him the Donald Trump of Argentina, but he's more than that, man. You got to listen to this guy speak, and he is spitting truth. And some of the things that he has said is unbelievable, man. And he won his election. In one of his rallies, he had a chainsaw in his hand, and he used a chainsaw as a prop in one of his stories. And that kind of took off like last week or something like that, but I never saw it. But then this guy ended up winning. Praise God. And good for you, Argentina. And right now, Argentina is all out in the streets celebrating the victory that this guy, Javier Milei, has had, man. And some of the little nuggets of wisdom coming out of this guy's mouth is wage war every day. Just because you think you just won an election is no reason to stand down and stop waging this war. These people are out to kill us. These are socialists that think the government knows better than you on what is good for you. Wage war every day, Patriots. And another thing, no negotiations with the shit leftards. Calling them what they are. They're shit leftards. And there's no hope for these people. They think a socialist government is what we need. And it's absurd. Look at the history of socialism, and just look at the theory of socialism. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It gives tyrants total control over the money from the whole population of the people, man. And then here's something that Javier said. If printing money would end poverty, printing diplomas would end stupidity. See how much sense it makes when you turn it around like that? We've been just printing money here. I think 80% of the world reserves of American currency has been printed in the last 3 years under the Biden administration. The dude is purposely crashing the dollar to make us all poor, to take our power away. And if we weren't such an industrious nation, I'd be a little bit worried about this. But I'm not, America. We're Americans. We know how to get stuff done. And when we get FJB out of office, and it's coming, it is coming. And when we get all the Mayorkas out of office, and we get Christopher Wray out of office, and that other goofball Garland, we're winning, Patriots. It's pedal to the metal time, no mercy. There is no negotiations with shit leftards. Here's MJ Truth. Thanks. Thank you, Sylvia. And that's just it, man. Trump, that ain't it. Trump went down to the border and served Thanksgiving dinner. All right, so Trump's got four freaking court cases going on. He's running for president, doing rallies, hobnobbing with everybody else that's running. And he's got time to go down to Texas and serve turkey dinners to not the Border Patrol, but the Operation Lone Star people that the governor of Texas set up in order to fight illegal immigration just in the state of Texas. So, man, I mean, the dude is amazing. Another Javier Milei quote is, we have been infected by socialism. Socialism is the enemy of American politics, man. It's the enemy of the U.S. Constitution. And we don't need to write a new constitution. We just need to adhere to the old one. And that's what the problem is right now, Patriots. All right, so this J6 footage is out there. And we are the ambassadors, all right? There's going to be a lot of people, their whole paradigm is going to get broke right now, and they're not going to know what's up, all right? So do you punch somebody like that, or do you hug them, all right? That's kind of the Jesus attitude we got to have towards this, man. And they're never going to say, thank you, you were right all along. They're not going to say that. Our reward is in heaven, all right? But we got a chance to defeat this. No compromises with the leftards, man. Their theory of everything is wrong, and it's immoral, and it's unjust, and it is it's anti-Constitution. It's anti-America. Oh yeah, that's right, silly. Greg Abbott, right? Or no, Abbott or Scott, man. I get them two guys mixed up. Abbott backed up Trump for president, endorsed him for president, man. So that's good news. People are lining up. We got to get, are they even going to have another Republican debate, you know? And the point is, don't do it, all right? Vivek, you're a good guy, man, but you're taking steam out of the boss's, you know, the boss's gig, man. Vivek, we love you, dude. I mean, that, even though you got that creepy World Economic Forum thing with who paid for your college, you're a good man, dude, and you're spitting truth. But right now, this is not your time. This is the time to endorse President Trump, and let's get Trump over the top by a landslide, all right? I hate saying it because the Republicans are always going to red tide thing, but man, we got to get Trump over the top, and I think a lot of people are going to be waking up and realizing that the Democrat Party is working 180 degrees opposed to what they think they are. That's about it, Patriots. We got it down to a half hour here. It's getting dark. We're going to have to figure something out or start earlier. I don't know. That's right, Sunkiss. Look what's happened to our country. Hey, Ridgeline, how are you, man? So we got it going on, Patriots. We're still in the game. We're still standing. Our reward is in heaven. It's got to be getting pretty good by now, I hope. I know it is. Hi, Gator Girl. Let's see, what else? And then a lot of other streamers out there going on. Big D was out waving flags again yesterday. We had Mags was on last night, had a good little discussion about things last night on his show. Hi, Stu. Good Lion TV. What was that? All right, I'm going to check that out. I have heard of that one before. Democrats' national dark money machine dominates PA elections. There you go. Gateway Pundit, another great source of truth. I think, you combine the Democrats' national dark money machine with the Ronna McDaniel's GOP absent funding problem that a lot of the MAGA representatives are having, and there you got it. That's why we don't get elected. We are the majority, America. We are the majority. I saw a couple of really good videos out about Constitution Steve, too. I think We the People MAGA, Rebecca put out a really great video with him in it. There was two, I think Mags put one out. And we miss that guy, man. And we are inspired to that guy. Inspired by him. I have not seen any of the Laura Logan things yet. There's just so much time in a day. But the stuff I'm watching is real good, too. All this information is amazing. Yeah, we miss Steve a lot, man. That guy, we were so blessed to have that guy here, man. And to just show us what it looks like to just stand up for your country and for God and for, Christ and morality and stuff, man. He had it all. He had it all, but that's even more reason to stand up and carry the torch that he was carrying for so long. Gateway Pundit's on, Laura Logan's on Gateway Pundit. Okay. I haven't gotten into there today, man. There was all these cool J6 videos to watch this morning, and every one of them was awesome. Every one of them. I watch another channel, and sometimes I do some screenshots from it here on from a channel called Hayden Music Page. I don't know if you guys have seen that. It's a great morning digest of news, and I thought I had some things in here from there. No, I got to update here. I've slid all these in at one time or another. Let's just slide this in, man. That Standing with Israel march was unbelievable, man. These are like civilized people coming together with a love of God, even though their interpretations of God are different. And a peaceful crowd and a well-run crowd. Oh yeah, Republic Road Reel was at the corner on Friday. It was great to see Josh out there, man. Great to see Josh out there. Dead for Freedom, you have Laura Logan and Tucker Carlson on your website. Okay, that's good to know, America. Because Tucker Carlson, anytime he does an interview, and he just did one with Javier Milei, which was awesome. I highly recommend catching that. And that will give you an uplift in knowing how the good guy just won in Argentina. All right, Silly's got something for us here. Ray Epps lied to Jeremy Rogers that Trump was speaking at the Capitol. Now Jeremy is being threatened with prison. They're still coming after us, Patriots. They have not eased up at all. They're still arresting J6ers. There's Jeremy Brown was saying there's armies of FBI people just watching us at our jobs, watching our phones. That's right. That's right, Cleo. They tried to knock him down. Way to go, Josh. They tried to take Josh out. He had a 1-year restraining order against him because he got attacked by a prison guard outside the prison there. It was a total mockery of justice. Yet it happened to Josh. He took it, and he's back. He's still standing. That's the same boat a couple of us are in now. Many of us are in. You know, we're still standing. We're being hit with arrows and darts from the evil one. Yeah, I was mad that night too, Sunkist. I couldn't believe my eyes. I saw the whole attack happen on Josh's channel. We were sitting on the other side of the prison, and we ran down there and watched that whole pathetic mess of police action happen in front of that jail. It took hours, and it took 4 white shirts showing up, and all of them standing around with their thumbs in their vest and talking about shit and getting on the phone. And when they went and handcuffed Josh, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Right in front of our eyes, they did that. And that was a year ago. That's when we knew what we were up against out there. But we're still there. Freedom Corner is still there every night in a row. Thanksgiving's coming up. There will be a celebration there. And, man, just pray for the Patriots at Freedom Corner. Any streamer that's at Freedom Corner deserves your support right now. ForAshley.com is how Mickey and Nicole and Tammy and Helena fund themselves to stay down there. They're going to court hearings. They're going to committee hearings in Congress. And they are getting stuff done. They are loud and visible. And in the meantime, I think we got to get loud and visible. We're getting loud on the phones with our representatives. The thousands of phone calls that went into, that were wasted on McCarthy, and the thousands of phone calls we got put into MAGA Johnson. It got it done, Patriots. We got loud on the phone. Yeah, they were. The white shirts were making up the story. Things never get better when the white shirts show up, do they? Probably not frozen, Dev. I just got this picture up. I'm sorry. Let's see if I can fix this. There we go. Get that out of there. We'll get this in here. All right, so here's a Freedom Corner Patriot, David Valentine with Freedom Express Media. He's also got a website. He's on Rumble. He's on Twitter, Facebook, all the venues, whatever. And if we know who these people are, and when we get these hypnotized people finally seeing J6 videos, they'll know. And they're on Facebook. Tell them to go to Dev for Freedom, or tell them to go to Freedom Express Media. Yeah, man, we miss Steve. And someday we'll meet again, Steve. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, there we go. Let me get Mickey's website up here. This is forashley.com. All great resources. I think you all know that. But if we got any new people in here, that's what we stand for. Ashley Babbitt, Roseanne Boylan, Kevin Greason, Benjamin Phillips. 4 patriots killed by law enforcement on January 6th. Not one dead cop. Not one. And the one cop that did die, they lied to you for 3 days while they had a funeral for him out of the Capitol. Nothing bad on Brian Sicknick, man. But his comrades lied to America about that, and they knew they were lying, man. They knew they were lying. Ooh, a rum cake ridgeline. Made rum. All right, you guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you out there on Freedom Corner on the chat, and we'll touch base again tomorrow. Stay plugged in, Patriots. This is Jericho. Over and out.